Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now, the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer purchased this electric mountain bicycle a while back, and after several months of regular use, they're still incredibly happy with the purchase. Considering the price, our reviewer believes it was an excellent value. Of course, no product is without its minor flaws, but overall, the positives far outweigh the negatives. One of the first things this client noticed was how much it resembled a standard mountain bike. The black model they chose doesn't scream e-bike, which was a pleasant surprise. The hydraulic brakes are a game changer. Once you experience that level of stopping power, there's no going back. Our reviewer also raves about the dual suspension, which makes even paved trails feel smoother and more comfortable. They also had high praise for the customer service, noting prompt and helpful responses to their inquiries. Additionally, the tires were noted as being particularly wonderful, and the 9-speed gears were a welcome addition, as many similar bikes at this price point offer fewer. As for the downsides, our reviewer, who's 61, finds the fit comfortable but borderline, suggesting that anyone taller might want to consider a larger frame. Removing the battery for indoor charging requires laying the bike down, which can be a bit awkward. The shock absorber also limits space for a water bottle mount. Finally, our reviewer suggests upgrading the stem bolts to titanium ones for easier assembly and maintenance. Despite these few minor inconveniences, our reviewer wholeheartedly recommends this bicycle, expressing amazement at how it can be offered at such a competitive price.
Cool, let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer is incredibly happy with this electric bike. They describe it as a very capable machine, perfect for light trails and paved paths alike. Right off the bat, our reviewer personalized it quite a bit, adding things like a wider saddle for comfort, a phone mount for convenience, and a stem extension to better suit their height. They also installed front and rear mudguards and a cargo rack designed for a full suspension bike. The biggest modification this client made was upgrading the front and rear shocks to air shocks. However, this wasn't a simple swap. Our reviewer had to actually modify the rear shock mount and build a custom bracket to accommodate the size of the new shock. Apparently, the original rear shock size is quite uncommon, making aftermarket upgrades difficult. They specifically call out the manufacturer, suggesting they use a more standard size to make future upgrades easier for customers. It's important to note the upgraded shocks visible in the pictures aren't the ones that come standard, and the modified bracket was custom made. The reviewer stresses that the original shocks are perfectly adequate, they just wanted a more plush and comfortable ride. Furthermore, they added a digital voltage capacity display, because the stock display only showed a basic battery level indicator. This new display gives a much more precise reading of the battery's remaining charge. Having owned this bike for a while now, the reviewer reports no issues whatsoever. They were also pleasantly surprised by the excellent customer service, saying the company is genuinely helpful and responsive, which is a rare find these days.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer has been using this electric bike for a few weeks now, and as their first foray into the electric bike world, they've been pretty impressed. It showed up in a well-protected box and was mostly put together already, which made setting it up a breeze. The overall construction feels really solid, with components that seem like they can take a beating. Riding this bike is genuinely fun. It's a smooth ride, and hills that used to be a struggle are now almost effortless thanks to the motor. Our reviewer especially loves the throttle, which makes zipping through intersections or powering up those steep hills super easy. One of the best things about this electric bike is the battery life. Using the pedal assist mode, this client is regularly getting over 50 miles on a single charge. That's more than enough for daily trips and errands. The only real downside, according to this reviewer, is the price of an extra battery. They feel like it's disproportionately expensive, costing almost as much as the bike itself. This could be a deal breaker for some who need that extra range or just want a backup. However, even with that battery price issue, our reviewer says they definitely recommend this electric bike. The sturdy build, comfortable ride, and excellent battery performance make it a great choice for anyone looking to get into e-bikes. If the extra batteries were cheaper, this bike would easily get a perfect score from them. Would this client buy this bike again? Absolutely. It has exceeded their expectations in almost every way, making it a worthwhile purchase for both beginners and experienced electric bike riders alike.
If this video helped you out, give it a like and hit subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.